handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Kentucky Downs here on Monday. It is the 6th of September 2021. We're going to look at the stakes races on the program, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5 for more selections for race courses around the world. Let's look at the stakes action races 9 through 11. The ninth race, it is the Aristocrat Juvenile Fillies Stakes. It's going for a purse $500,000. Race for Fillies 2-year-olds here. We have 10 horses going to the turf course. The distance of ground is 1,600 meters, or the distance of ground of 1 mile on this Kentucky Downs turf course. Almost at Saratoga. 1,600 meters, 1 mile. My top selection, we're going to go take the number 6 horse, Yin Yang. 6783 in the superfecta here. 6783 super. Top selection 6 horse, Yin Yang. This 2-year-old filly by point of entry. Pride Cox trains. Joel Rosario gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came 3rd July at Ellis. 1 mile main special weight 51,000. Winning by a neck. He was on the front and all throughout. Very pedestrian fractions. 25 to the first quarter. 49-4 to the half. And 114 to 4. When you're doing that on the front end, you're probably going to win, even with your first race ever. And he did just that. A very easy race there. Coming here today off some very good work. Has a lot better than the last race. I think he could really go a long way here today. So we're going to use my 4-1. Don't throw out the 7-horse stepper. Corey Lannery's on this one. Most recently at Ellis on the 14th of August, going a mile on the main special weight. He won by 4 and had a dream trip from a start. Well, not a dream trip. It was a little bit wide, but he all the holes opened for him, and he quickened up nicely. He got the job done in his 3rd start. I also think the blinkers really had something to do with it there, with it being his first time having them. And then prior to that, on the 16th of July at Ellis, 1 mile on the main special weight, 51,000. Finished 3rd by 1 3/4 lengths. He never quickened up, but never weakened out of it either. He was just kind of plodding along. I do think he wanted a little bit more ground, but coming here today, off some decent races, he's a horse you could definitely use in the slate pick 3. So to recount my selection for the 9th from Kentucky Downs, it's the Aristocrat Juvenile Fillies. Let's take the 6 horse Yin Yang. Give kudos to the 7 horse Stepper. 6783 super, 67 in your multi-race. The 10th race now from Kentucky Downs. It is the Winstar Mint Million. It's grade 3 event going for a purse of $1 million. Races for 3-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 11 horses heading to the turf course. The distance of ground is 1,600 meters, or the distance of ground of 1 mile on the Kentucky Downs turf course. 1,600 meters, 1 mile. Top selection, I'm going to go with the number 6 horse here, the 6 horse Pixelate. We'll go 6'11", 7'4" in the superfecta, 6'11", 7'4" super. Top selection, 6 horse Pixelate. This 4-year-old colt by City Zip. Michael Stidham trains. Joel Rosario gets the mount for Godolphin. The horse's most recent outing came 26th of July at Colonial, mile and 8th in the Buckland Stakes, and the horse finished 3rd by 1 3/4 lengths. He was very wide that day, had a little bit of a trouble trip, which, I don't know if it would have cost him the victory. He would have got placed that day, but a victory, it was kind of, iffy. But, he just had a little bit of trouble trip for the final 2. Coming here, hopefully he gets settled down the backstretch. I think he could really run a good race against these horses. 2 back, he ran at Pimlico, mile and 8th on the 13th of June, and he won by a length in that stakes race. And again, he didn't have the best trips early on, and he was a little bit wide, but he still got the job done late. A very good run. And then the Henry Clark at Pimlico, mile 16th, 24th of April. He finished 2nd by a nose there, and he didn't have the best trips down the backstretch. He always finds these horrible trips, but he was closing up late behind Corelli, and then the Muniz Memorial at the Fairgrounds, mile 8th on the 20th of March. He finished 4th by 5 1/4 lengths. That Muniz Memorial in a few years' time will be a grade 1, but he's facing very tough competition there. Was stupidly wide, 10 of 10 drawn. He just couldn't keep up there. And the Pegasus Turf Cup at Gulfstream over him, the mile 3/16. He finished 5th by 3 lengths. Again, a little bit wide. He outran his 52 to 1 odds that day, but he still needed something else. But coming here for the first time off some decent runs as of recently, I'm going to take him at 10 to 1. Multi-race scenario, I think you have to use the 11 horse Flavius also. His win in the Lure at Saratoga last time out was very impressive. Come back here where he ran a very good race last September. Let's use him on the ticket. But to recount my selection of the 10th from Kentucky Downs, it's the Winstar Mint Million. Let's take the 6 horse Pixelate. Give kudos to the 11 horse Flavius. 6'11", 7'4" super. 6'11" in your multi-race pick 3. Let's get to the 11th and final race on the program from Kentucky Downs, which is the Kentucky Downs Juvenile Mile. It's going for a purse $500,000. Race for 2-year-olds. We have a field of 11 horses going to the turf course. The distance of ground of 1,600 meters, or the mile trip on the turf course. 1,600 meters, 1 mile. My top selection, we're going to go with the number 3 horse here, Kiss the Sky. We'll go 3648 in the superfecta, 3648 super. Top selection of 3 horse, Kiss the Sky. 2-year-old colt by Twirling Candy. Mike Maker trains. Jose Ortiz gets the mount. The horse is most recent out of game, the 15th of August, Saratoga. Mile 16th on the inner and a main special weight for 100,000. Winning by 3/4 length. He didn't have the best beginnings and was a little bit wide, but when he found clear room late, he quickened up and he got the job done. A very good race in his turf debut. The previous race, he was trying to get his turf debut, but it was rained off at Ellis Park. 1 mile on the 17th of July, main special weight 51,000. He finished second by 1 1/4 lengths there, and just kind of plodded along. He had a little bit of a turn of foot. I didn't think it was a half bad race, but his running style seems to be more towards turf racing. Coming here to the turf again, training well at the Churchill Downs Training Center. I'm going to give him a shot at 3-1. The 6-horse Fan the Fire coming to turf for the first time. I think he's your second likeliest winner. He's still a main here, but he's run 2 very good races, I thought. His debut at Saratoga off the turf, 5.5 on the slop and main special weight 100,000. He finished second by 5 1/4 lengths, a little bit wide that day, and he just couldn't keep up. I think first race ever, he needed the race for the experience, and then last time out, going 6.5 on the 21st of August in main 100,000. He finished third by 2 1/4 lengths, and again, he was really closing up well late. Another horse, I think his running style should suit the turf, and also the longer trip should suit him well. At 9-2, we'll use him on the multis, and don't throw out here the 4-horse Play Action Pass. He's run twice. When they took him to turf where he was stupidly wide, that race was very impressive. He should get a good trip here on the inside. At 20-1, let's use him to blow up this late pick 3. So to recap my selection for the 11th from Kentucky Downs, it's the Kentucky Downs Juvenile Mile. Let's take the 3-horse Kiss the Sky. We'll give kudos to the 6-horse Fan the Fire and the 4-horse Play Action Pass. We'll go 3648 super, 364 in this late pick 4 finale. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.